Hello, my name's Vanessa Ectomy and you're watching Cooking with Vanessa. Now today we are going to be making fully loaded burgers. Why are they fully loaded, may you ask? Because they are. Right, first of all you're going to need a mixing bowl just like this. And then you're going to get your meat out. So I have here a kilo of meat, just ordinary mincemeat. You can buy this at local supermarkets if you can. My supermarket trip was very quick today. 25 minutes it took me to do shopping. I was stood in a queue of lots of different people. I cleared that queue by sneezing. So I have my meat in my bowl, just like this. And here are my accompaniments. So first of all, I'm going to throw in one finely diced onion. I'm going to put in 2 red chilies with the seeds removed. If you want it a bit hotter, then of course you can add the seeds as well. But don't take out the chilies. You'll definitely notice the flavour difference if you don't have them in your burger. Next I've put in a packet of parsley that I have finely chopped, and then next is garlic. This is 3 cloves of garlic. Naughty boy. And it looks like this. So to mix this all together, I'm going to put on some gloves. And I am ready. So I'm going to be massaging the meat. Oh. And I want this all combined. The great thing about these burgers is that you don't need to chill them. You can literally cook them straight away. So I have here my mixed burger meat. I'm going to add a teaspoon of flaky salt. If you're going to use table salt, use half the amount. And then lots of black pepper. Because quite frankly, if you're not going to season your meat, then who the fuck are you? Unseasoned meat is like eating shit. So I'm going to massage that seasoning in again. And of course this is quite a lot of meat, so you can save it, put it in the freezer raw, don't cook it, put it in the freezer raw, and then you can bring it out and let it thaw and then cook it whenever you would like. Perfect for when Armageddon finally hits. And of course, like I said, my shopping experience today was rather good. All I did was sneeze and the line cleared for me. But of course, if it's not so easy, then these burgers come in very handy. So I have seasoned my meat, and I'm going to grab a small knife and cut this into 4 equal portions. Now you may be thinking, Vanessa, that is a rather a lot of meat per person. And it is. The Ectomy household is very fat and very hungry. You can of course cut this into 8 and make 8 separate burgers, more to freeze and more to have at a later date when the shops are empty because of the coronavirus. So you want to shape these into something that resembles, not that, of course, because that's more like a hot dog or a big willy. Anyway, we're going to form these into a burger-like shape. And of course, the more rustic the shape, the more homemade it looks, almost more pretty. So there you have it, my homemade burger. I'm simply going to make 3 more, so we have a total of 4 burgers. And then we can move on to cook them, because like I said, the great thing about these burgers is that they can be cooked instantly. No need to refrigerate beforehand, making them a very handy, quick dinner. So hello, now welcome to my stove. Obviously here we have a cast iron pan which can be put from the hob straight into the oven. Of course, if you don't have a pan that can do that, you simply fry off your burgers both sides until they are gorgeously golden brown, and then you would transfer them into a baking tray and then into the oven. But for now, for this, I find it easier to use a cast iron pan so it can go from the hob straight into the oven. So I have my burgers here, all 4 of them. Of course you can make 8, like I keep saying. And you will need, don't ever ask the Ectomy family to produce your shows. Shit. Anyway. So, I have my salt and pepper here. I am going to season these even more because what seasoning I put in will not be enough. There is a lot of meat here that needs seasoning. So, to begin with, we have flaky salt and black pepper. I always find if you loosen the top of the pepper, you get bigger chunks of freshly cracked black pepper on your seasoning, for your seasoning. So I have here just some normal olive oil. I'm not going to oil the pan because if you oil the pan and you pop your burgers in, they will stick and it will cause a lot of smoke. So I'm going to oil the burgers, massage them in. I have washed my hands. I was always a fan of washing hands even before COVID-19 came around. Don't know why it's suddenly become an important trend. Anyway, so I'm going to dip into the salt and season on top of my burgers. And, of course, pepper. Now, because we've loosened that top, we are getting bigger bits of pepper. Fabulous. Press that in and turn them over. Oil again. And simply repeat the process. I'm just going to wash my hands very quickly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you silly cunt. Happy birthday to you. I'm sure you're meant to do that twice, but anyway. So I've oiled them. I'm going to now sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And of course pepper. If you really wanted to go out there, you can season this with other spices. Cayenne pepper is very nice, although you will get a very smoky sort of hit when you cook them. Smoked paprika is nice. You can do these with lamb if you want and add mint instead of parsley. The options are entirely up to you. Now, I'm going to pop this on a high temperature And while we wait for that to heat up, what is the actual likelihood of you doing this at home? Let me know. I'm very keen to know. And send me pictures at Vanessa Ectomy on Instagram. Very keen to see them. So this is not quite hot yet, but we're just going to pop them in anyway. Really, you want that sort of sizzle, but I'm sure that sizzle will come. And of course, as you can see, all four fit perfectly. Now we are only browning off the meat. We're not cooking them in the pan. We are going to finish them in the oven, which is why I have it on. And if you can hear that, they are starting to sizzle. So grab your weapon of choice. My weapon is not here. Of course, blame the production team. Now I have put my extractor pan on now, so you may struggle hearing me, but these are cooking wonderfully. So while they're cooking, how is everyone coping? You're getting too bored? I'm sure you'll be fine. Well, I'll tell you what, I had to hide in the bush today. The police drove past me. It was my 6th outing, to be fair. Well, let's say, I'm no stranger to a bush now, am I? So we can flip these over. They are getting lovely and golden brown. Beautiful. And then while we wait for the other side to cook, let's have a little chat. So I've asked you how you're getting on with your boredom. How are you getting on with your sex drive? Obviously Grimes is out of action. You can't be meeting any strangers on the street, can you? So what are you doing to keep yourself entertained, as it were? I tell you what, a cucumber has never come in handy so much in my life. These are cooking away rather nicely. They are smelling beautiful. And I cannot wait to show you my special sauce. Not that sauce, you dirty sod. So these are now lovely and golden brown. I can place these in my oven. And they will go into the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes, just until they are cooked all the way through. So, welcome back to this side of the kitchen. What I'm going to make for you now is my special sauce that I always serve with my delicious burgers. Of course, you don't have to do this at home. You can simply have ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, anything you would desire. But of course, if you don't have this, then you're not my friend. So, I'm going to add into a bowl 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Now, I'm not a fan of mayonnaise, but in this sauce it is delectable. Next, I'm going to add in... I'm going to add in a tablespoon of sweet onion chutney. This is caramelized onion chutney. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And finally, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Now, I'm not a fan of mustard either. I hate the taste. I hate all things mustardy. But in this, it is amazing. Of course you can add more, you can add whatever you like. This is a Dijon mustard, so it's nice and sort of mellow compared to the really harsh British stuff. So I'm going to mix this all together, and it will look like it has split and it will look a bit rotten, but keep mixing and you will see it come together in a beautiful sauce. And this is a perfect accompaniment to my burgers because it is sweet and has a little kick from the mustard, and it's just absolutely delicious. So there we have it, my wonderful burger sauce. Now all we have to do now is wait for the burgers to cook. Simply prepare our buns, our brioche buns. You cannot have my burgers without brioche buns. Who the fuck are you if you don't have brioche buns with my burgers? You're no friend of mine. Anyway. So yes, like I said, we shall wait for the burgers and then I will show you how to serve them. Not that it's really rocket science how to serve a burger, but you never know who's watching. So, it has been 35 minutes. I believe that my burgers should be cooked by now. Ah, yes they are. These look incredible. They have of course shrunk slightly, but that is to be expected with meat. Why is it that all the best meat tends to shrink when they look at me? Anyway, these are going to be turned into cheeseburgers. So here I have some slices of Monterey Jack cheese. Now Monterey Jack cheese is a very strong, almost like cheddar-like texture. And I like to pop the slices on now while the burgers are resting. It's important to rest the burgers after you've cooked them. If you serve them straight away, they will be tough. So while they're resting, in the residual heat that is in the pan, that will melt the cheese ever so slightly. And all I'm going to do is rest these for about 10 minutes, and then, while they're resting, I'm going to crack on with the accompaniments. So hello, and welcome to the assembly of the burgers. I have here my plate and my brioche bun. We have here the bottom and the top. We both know what side we're on. And I have some lettuce leaves. I have some dreaded gherkins, which I know is not everyone's cup of tea, but I love them, okay? And these are little cornichons that I have sliced into slivers. And I'm just going to now prepare the burgers. Thank you guys for watching, and this is of course the finished product. This is my fully loaded burger with Monterey Jack cheese, my burger sauce, served in a brioche bun, and of course some delicious chips. Now if you do make this recipe, please be sure to tag me in posts that you post on Instagram at Vanessa Ectomy, and I will be gladly to like it and comment whether I think it's good or not. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.